A new frontier for building a One Guyana. International Building Expo is being held under that theme. And as we wrap up the opening ceremony for this event, the president will now make his way for the ribbon cutting, rather, that will officially open Building Expo, International Building Expo 2022. And if you notice in my background, there are, I'd like to think, thousands of persons out here taking advantage of the opportunity that Building Expo is offering. You've got lots of booths on exhibition here depicting the different activities that persons would need to be involved in on their way to home ownership. The president made several announcements in his address, where he announced one for persons who are in the section of building a home, $6 million and beneath. They will be given some one sling of cement, that is, and some steel that will aid in the construction of their home. And that is just one of the announcements that he made for those persons whose homes will cost just over $6 million, between $6 million to $24 million. He announced that they will receive 2 slings of cement towards beginning construction of their homes. Those are just 2 announcements, rather, from what the president would have addressed here this evening. Of course, we've got the banks here on board as well. So for persons who are visiting International Building Expo to head towards home ownership, if you have been allotted that plot of land already, your next move, of course, will be to clearing that off as well as beginning your construction. And so in light of that, the banks are here on the ground and they are ready to offer those loans. There is a policy and a partnership between the government and these banks, as well as other members of the private sector. And of course, this will definitely help aid persons who are just on their way to home construction. And we're going to be talking to a couple of persons now, just to get some feedback as to what Building Expo is really bringing for Guyanese. All right, come, sir. Good evening. How are you?
Not too bad, thank you.
All right, so you've been here from the beginning of the ceremony. Just tell us a little bit about, we've been talking about it for a number of weeks, maybe just a couple of months as well. What do you think about the opening so far?
I'm so excited. To see, what's on display here, and the president, his vision for how he wants to transform Guyana, transform the housing sector. I think all Guyanese should be happy and proud of what's happened here today.
Right. What do you say to persons who are not here just yet?
I tell them to come and see and get a feel for what's going on and get a feel for what's available. For them building their own dream home if they don't have a home of yet. If they want to expand their home, if they want to rehabilitate, if they want to modernize their home, let them come out and see the wonderful things that are on display here.
Thank you so much for joining us. All right, you can see in the background, fireworks are on display, and that is an indication that International Building Expo is officially open, and persons are gathered around to witness that as His Excellency makes his way to cut that ribbon for the official declaration of this expo. And as we told you a little bit earlier, we've got in excess of 300 exhibitors who are here at the National Stadium and offering several different services as it relates to home ownership. So if you're looking to do construction, if you're looking to renovate, if you're looking for rehabilitation, whatever it is that you're doing in relation to homes, all the services are available here at the National Stadium. If you're not here yet, you need to come down here and see what's been happening. We still have lots of fireworks happening right now. Persons are pretty excited about what is happening here at the National Stadium. His Excellency is just about leaving the venue now, and well, he's not leaving. I see he's heading towards some of the homes that are on display here. You've got the renewable one, the one made out of all renewable resources. And you have got other homes here on display. You've got the 3-bedroom flat That is for young professionals. And there's also the 2-bedroom flat, the turnkey homes. There are lots of options out here for you. You know, maybe you're just at home thinking about it and thinking that you want to get your home, you want to own your home, but you have not yet made that step. Here is the place for you to come. There is the Tunnel Guyana 2030. Persons are referring to it as Guyana Avenue. And so if you visit the Guyana Avenue, you will see that inside of that tunnel, it's going to depict what Guyana is expected to look like by 2030. And the president did allude to several transformative initiatives that are already in place and more yet to come that will lead Guyana in that path. Minister Rodriguez alluded to Silica City. That is going to be a complete smart city. We also have smart homes here at the National Stadium, so you can come down and check that out, see what that offers as well, and that will give you a little indication of what you can expect to see in Silica City, where everything is just all about technology, a city that is self-sustainable, as the minister alluded to it. So we're still seeing fireworks currently, lots and lots of fireworks happening right now at the National Stadium, and Guyanese are out in their numbers attending this event currently. We have got several booths. I see eNetworks, I see Scotiabank, I see several other banks out here. There is also BK International, and NCN has a booth here. You can absolutely come down to check NCN. There is GMSA, and several other persons are out here. NCN will be bringing you coverage of what the other booths are offering for International Building Expo 2022, where we have exhibitors from abroad, and we're talking internationally, regionally, from across the Caribbean, as well as our very own local engineers and suppliers from right here in Guyana, all on the same platform, all sharing this equal opportunity to showcase what they have to offer Guyana as it relates to home ownership and building construction. Now I do have Linden just closer to where the fireworks are happening to give you an update as to what's happening on that end. So we're going to head over to Linden and hear what's happening on his corner.
Right, so that the fireworks definitely signal the opening of the Building Expo 2022. We will have seen the ribbon cutting ceremony here a little while ago by His Excellency the President, accompanied by his wife, First Lady Ari Ali as well. And I can tell you that it's a very festive mood, if you put it that way, given the significance of the Building Expo 2022. I mean, coming out of a pandemic, or easing out of a pandemic, so to speak, and the very fact that we didn't necessarily have much activity for 2 years, it's very, very significant that we're here tonight with the President and his team, of course, various government ministers as well being here, the Ministers of Housing, the Honorable Susan Rodriguez and the Honorable Colin Crowell as well, they're delivering their address as well. As it relates to what we can expect from Building Expo 2022 here at the National Stadium, persons have been streaming in. We've got lots of people here already that have gathered at the opening of the Building Expo 2022 at the National Stadium. Of course, persons got here a bit early, ensuring that they got the opportunity to check out some of the booths initially, and of course get an opportunity to participate in the opening ceremony and listening to the feature address by His Excellency the President, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali, delivering his address. And we're talking about the transformation, the kind of transformation that we're going to see Guyana going through in years to come. We've seen a very aggressive push, so to speak, as it relates to housing and infrastructural upgrades and development across Guyana, and the President would have alluded to a number of projects as it relates to that. Some of the things that we're seeing, and even some of the projects that we're going to be seeing coming on stream really, really soon. The president highlighted the fact that we're going to be talking about the new Demerara Harbour Bridge. That particular project, we know that project is going to get underway soon. The Linden to Mabura Road as well. President spoke about that particular project on all the major highways that we're going to see coming on stream really, really soon. We've got the 4-lane highway on the west coast of Demerara. That is from in Schoonard there. We've also got the 4-lane highway in the Quarantine as well in the Region 6 area. And that was highlighted as well. And lots of other projects coming on stream that will be able to benefit Guyanese from all walks of life. President also spoke about the fact that there's a potential and a tourism destination, given the mere fact that we are really positioning ourselves to take advantage of the opportunities available as it relates to tourism. It's really, really important that we not just talk about physical transformation, but he spoke about the importance of social transformation as well. And that's one of the things that we've been talking about, because at the end of the day, if the country is going to go through the kind of transformation that we're seeing and the kind of transformation that we're hoping to achieve in years to come as well, it means that there must be an attitudinal shift. There must be a change of how, as a country, how we think and how we see things, and to be able to adapt to various situations. And that's really, really important as well. The president also alluded to and highlighted the technological transformation as well, because if we're going to get to the kind of transformation that we want to in terms of infrastructure, then technology is going to play a major role as it relates to that, helping us to get to that place where as a country we really can truly be able to accomplish it and achieve the goal which we've set for ourselves as Guyanese. And of course, we're capitalizing on the resources that are available through the oil and gas sector. And those resources will be used to push the kind of transformational agenda that we're talking about. And of course, we're talking about benefiting Guyanese, because the president did allude to that as well, in the mere fact that we're talking about equitable distribution of resources that will be able to benefit all Guyanese, given that we're talking infrastructural upgrades. But Building Expo is very, very significant. Building Expo 2022 is very, very significant with all the infrastructure, the infrastructure that we grew up knowing, seeing as kids, and even today. That type of infrastructure will really change over the years. And then we're talking about 2030. If you come down here to the National Stadium, there's that tunnel, Guyana 2030, which really will give you an idea, will paint a picture for you as it relates to what you can expect by 2030, pushing that particular transformational agenda that the government has embarked on. And it's really one that is not going to look anything like what we are accustomed seeing, or even what you grew up knowing. Because, with the rapid type of development and transformation that we've seen already, it's really going to push as it relates to putting Guyana on the world stage when it comes to infrastructure, and even the Caribbean, really competing as it relates to what is available in the Caribbean and around the world as well. So inviting you, you're watching us at home, to come down to the National Stadium. Remember, it's the Building Expo 2022, officially opened and launched here today at the National Stadium. You can come down. Gates have officially been open. Persons have been streaming in, like I said, and it runs up until 10 p.m. this evening.